Hey, what's up? Welcome to the 11th episode of MRTV Weekly. I'm your host, Mitch Rosenblum. In movies this week, the plot for Star Wars Episode 7 has been released. The plot involves Yavin 4 and the Rebel base returning to Star Wars in the forthcoming Episode 7, announced in October by the Walt Disney Company, in which Skywalker comes back to the planet to build a Jedi Knight Academy. However, fans said that Disney will likely film those scenes in a studio rather than return to Tikal. Honestly, I think you should return to Tikal. There is always something magical about actual locations in movies, also in Star Wars. J.J. Abrams has officially passed on the director's chair for Star Wars Episode 7, he said. There were the very early conversations and I quickly said that because of my loyalty to Star Trek, and also just being a fan, I wouldn't even want to be involved in the next version of those things. I declined any involvement, very early on. I'd rather be in the audience not knowing what was coming, rather than being involved in the minutiae of making them. Also, the plot for the new Star Trek movie was released in Empire, with Earth under terrorist attack by ex-Starfleet employee John Harrison. Kirk is this time forced into a rash decision that breaks a critical Starfleet command, puts his crew in danger and costs him his captain's chair. Now out of uniform and dressed down in space civvies of black leather jackets and boots, our three heroes have separated from the Enterprise and headed off on a mission to try and rectify his mistake. Who are our three heroes? Kirk is definitely one of them. Spock is most likely one of them. I think McCoy is the other one because in the trailer we see Kirk and McCoy running and he's in regular clothes. It would make sense that if Kirk was stripped of his Starfleet uniform, those who chose to go with him would too. Hugh Jackman has spilled some of the beans on the Wolverine. He said that the movie takes place after X-Men The Last Stand. My character is at his lowest. He is supposed to be able to heal himself, but he may encounter someone who has worked out a way to really hurt him. And there is a cameo from one of the past X-Men in it. This past X-Man is probably Jean Grey. Lastly, we got the first 4 minutes of Warm Bodies. It's a zombie movie told from the point of view of a zombie. In television this week, we got a trailer for the second half of Series 7 of Doctor Who. I can't just talk about it, I have to show it.
Miss me?
Who the hell are you?
I'm the Doctor. I'm an alien from outer space. I'm 1,000 years old. I've got 2 hearts and I can't fly a plane.
Running away with a spaceman in a box, anything could happen to you.
That's what I'm counting on.
Where do you want to go? Hey? What do you want to see?
Yeah. Is that her? The woman twice dead?
She's rather pretty, isn't she?
She's not possible. Right then, Clara Oswald. Time to find out who you are.
Also in Doctor Who, Royal Mail reveals Doctor Who stamps that marks the 50th anniversary. The stamps feature all 11 Doctors. The Walking Dead has lost Glen Mazzara as their showrunner. Glen Mazzara said, "My time as showrunner on The Walking Dead has been an amazing experience. But after I finish season 3, it's time to move on. I have told the stories I wanted to tell and connected with our fans on a level that I never imagined. It doesn't get much better than that. Thank you to everyone who has been a part of this journey. The question is, who will take his place?" Lastly, we got a synopsis for the upcoming episode of Supernatural. The plot involves Naomi, who is Amanda Tapping's character, telling Castiel that Crowley is holding an angel captive and Castiel must rescue him before Crowley finds out their secrets. Castiel turns to Dean for help. Meanwhile, Sam meets with Amelia, who asks him to make a choice: stay with her or leave and never contact her again. In video games this week, we got gameplay footage for the upcoming Walking Dead video game, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. The style of the game is very different, in comic books as well as YouTube. We got a teaser trailer for episode 2 of Batgirl spoiled, in comic books. We got a preview of Avatar: The Last Airbender: The Search. Azula is back this week. I read The Amazing Spider-Man number 700. Next week I recommend you read Batman Incorporated number 6, Batman The Dark Knight number 15, Teen Titans number 15, Batman Beyond Unlimited number 11, New Avengers number 1, All New X-Men number 5, Morbius the Living Vampire number 1, and Ultimate Spider-Man number 19. That's all for this week. I'll see you next weekend.